Hello there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I got a real treat for you today. Um, my family and I were with this COVID thing. We're running out of stuff to watch, so we're each taking turns finding different series and things like that, so that we can find some stuff to occupy our time. Because I'm sorry, there's only so much gaming you can do, and there's only so much video games you can play, and we're running out of yard work and housework, and we're running out of stuff to do. They need to open everything back up, but that's another thing. So my wife was looking on. We have Amazon Prime, and part of that we got BritBox added on. And if you don't have it, you need to get it. The British are putting out a lot of really good stuff. And she found this particular series called The Goes Wrong Show. The Goes Wrong Show. And I was like, well, it might be good for a laugh or two. No big deal. So we started watching it. Oh my God, did I underestimate this series? This is so freaking funny. It is they've got two seasons out so far, 2019 and 2020, and it's based on a play, and I can't remember the name of the play. I should have wrote it down, but I didn't. Anyway, but now it's a series, and they've got two seasons so far. Each, it's on BBC, so they're not Americans putting this on. This is some funny British stuff. The plot is this is an amateur drama society, and they put on 1/2 hour plays, and it's they put it on for an audience there in a theater, and it's apparently televised to the rest of the country and blah 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 blah. Unfortunately, everything that can go wrong does go wrong in the show, with the set, the directing, or not the directing, but the acting, the set, the people who build the set, the stagehands. I mean, it's just everything that can go wrong goes. And the thing is, the actors keep having to plod on. They don't stop. They just keep going, and it's freaking hilarious. It is essentially it's a skit show, like the old they used to have the variety shows where they do little skits and stuff. Well, essentially, it's the same thing, except for it's a half an hour. Instead of an hour long with a bunch of different little skits, it's a half an hour, but it's one skit. Okay? And it's a play that they put on. And it is definitely a form of the skit show, but it is quite possibly one of the funniest skit shows of all time. It's right up there with Carol Burnett and Monty Python. It's just so damn funny. The cast is a whole bunch of really good people. We got Henry Shields, Breoni Corrigan, Jonathan Sayer, Charlie Russell, Greg Tannehill, Henry Lewis, Nancy Zamet, Z-A-M-I-T, Dave Hearn, and Chris Leask. And I messed up some of their names because they're British, all of them, and I'm not familiar with them. These are all newcomers to me. I'm not familiar with their stuff, but I'm familiar now, and I'm going to keep an eye on them. This is so funny. I almost literally died laughing. Literally. Twice. Let me explain. In one scene, on one particular skit, one play, I was drinking hot coffee. And I laughed. I was drinking and I laughed. It went down the wrong pipe. Scalding hot coffee. I meant to take a sip and it just went all down. Hot coffee was coming out my nose. It was not good. I almost died. I almost drowned in hot coffee. Another scene, and this is my absolute favorite one of the first season, because we've only seen the first season. We haven't seen the second season yet. And I'm looking forward to it. If it's anything like the first season, man, it's worth the watch. This other scene, there's a play that's going on. They're sitting around having dinner, and a set worker, one of the stagehands, climbs. You could see him in the background. He climbs up on there and he's patching the roof where water's coming in on one of the actors. So he's patching the roof, and of course he falls through and lands on the table, face down. And a hook comes down, and they're still going on with the scene. They're still talking, Hook comes down and grabs his pants, and they're going to try to pull him up. Instead, they rip the back of his pants out, and that was hilarious. But it got funnier after that. I was eating at the time, and I almost choked to death with the stuff that came after that. I'm not even telling you the good parts. Okay? It's freaking hilarious. the cast here, I'm not gonna pick a standout because they're all, I'm not even gonna bother. They're all, that's young British comedians, and they're all really great. Everybody plays their part to perfection, as much as the stuff going wrong will allow them, and it's really freaking funny. My family and I couldn't wait to watch the next episode. So if you get a chance, the Goes Wrong show from the BBC. It's we watched it on BritBox, which is part of Amazon Prime, and it's worth getting. It's really worth getting. A lot of good programs over there, and this is one of them. The Goes Wrong show. You folks have a good day. God bless one and all.